Step into the arena, RCMP plus. It's not luck, it's logic. Bang, that's a powerbomb move right there. Light it up, baby, feather. Woo, that's fantasy fireworks. Buckets, baby. Ain't no rivalry like an RCMP rivalry. From stats to smack talk, where trash talk meets true talk. It's not just fantasy, it's legacy.
Welcome back, fantasy strategists. I'm Tommy Douglas, and this week, we're not talking about who won. We're talking about who didn't get to trade. I'm joined by PG-13 as we dive into the most controversial issue in our league right now, the trade veto.
That's right, TD. We just wrapped Week 7. Notre Dame time is 6-1, leading the league, and the Guardians are 5-2, now leading the East. But all anyone is talking about is the two trades the Powerbombers tried to make, one of which was vetoed by the league GMs.
Let's break down the scandal involving the Powerbombers. The Scout. Trade Ain. Vetoed. Powerbombers traded. Franz Wagner. Jokey the Goat traded. Desmond Bain.
A perfectly reasonable trade at face value. Bain is a proven scorer, and Wagner is a high-upside young player. The trade was submitted when Wagner suffered a scary-looking leg injury, and the GMs collectively freaked out. The trade was vetoed.
The injury happened before the veto period expired, and the GMs used the uncertainty to kill the deal. They essentially said, "We don't want a team with $100 fab, Jokey Thegoat, getting a player that might be great for the low price of Bain."
But here's where the GM veto system looks like pure sabotage, TD. The injury turned out to be minor, just a few weeks of rest.
Trade 2. Approved. Powerbombers traded. Franz Wagner, the same player, now confirmed to be minor. Pinguinis traded. Jared McCain, rookie.
You cannot logically justify that. The league vetoed a fair, balanced trade, Wagner for Bain, only to approve an objectively worse deal for the Powerbombers, Wagner for McCain. Why? Because the GMs were happy to see a competitor, Powerbombers, get fleeced, and they wanted to keep Bain on the inactive Joe Cathagoat's roster.
It reeks of GMs using the veto as a weapon to protect their own playoff interests, which is the fundamental flaw of the current system.
The current GM veto system is broken. It's supposed to prevent collusion or extreme incompetence, but it's being used to block trades GMs simply think are too good for a rival. Flaws of the current system: self-interest. GMs vote against trades that help a competitor, regardless of fairness. The injury problem. Trades are held in limbo, and if a player gets hurt, GMs panic and vote based on short-term risk, as we just saw. Weaponization. It fosters bad trade relationships and makes GMs hesitant to deal, leading to an overall less active league.
We need a better way. The veto should only exist to protect the league's integrity, not to protect GMs from making a bad decision. Better approval alternatives. Commissioner veto only. Collusion standard. Pro. Trades are processed immediately. Only the commissioner steps in if there is clear, confirmed collusion. For example, money changing hands, throwing the league. Con puts immense pressure on the commissioner. Opens up accusations of a commish bias if they do veto a trade.
One-sided protection. Rookie divided by an active rule pro. Trades involving rookie GMs or chronically inactive GMs, like Jokey the Goat, get an automatic 24-hour review by the commissioner. Cons. Other trades go through instantly. Requires defining who is inactive or a rookie, which can be subjective.
Trade Review Committee. 3 GM panel. Pro. A rotating anonymous panel of 3 non-involved GMs must review and approve. Cons. Still allows for self-interest, but dilutes the vote. The panel could still be swayed by playoff implications.
The taco trade open bid. Pro. If a trade is clearly lopsided, the commissioner labels it a taco trade and opens a 24-hour window for any other GM to offer a better deal to the ripping off GM. Con. Can complicate the process. Still requires a subjective taco trade judgment. I advocate for the commissioner veto only, collusion standard. Let GMs make their own mistakes. If Joki Thigo wants to trade Bane for Wagner and Wagner is hurt, gotta pay attention. That's fantasy.
I agree. The current system punishes activity. The Powerbombers are 5-2, one of the best GMs, and he got sabotaged. We need to change the rule before next season starts. We need some cooler heads to weigh in on this mess. Let's bring in the court queens, Mel and Z.
What's up, guys? We're back. And honestly, the Powerbombers trade debacle is embarrassing for the league.
It's so frustrating. That was a clear example of GMs voting based on fear of a rival getting stronger, not based on fairness. That first trade was absolutely fine.
Z, you're on a very competitive team. Z Tigers are 5-2. If a trade comes across your screen that helps Notre Dame time, 6-1, but isn't collusion, how do you vote?
I put the team integrity first. If it's fair value, I approve it. If Notre Dame time is smart enough to find a deal, they deserve it. You have to beat the trade, not veto it. Vetoing the Wagner for Bane trade only to approve the Wagner for McCain trade proves the GMs are trying to manage the Powerbombers roster for them. That's unacceptable.
Mel, what system do you think we should adopt instead of the GM vote?
We need to eliminate the league vote entirely. It has to be commissioner veto only for collusion only. Period. The risk of one GM making a mistake is far better than the damage done by GMs weaponizing the vote against competitors.
What about protecting the ballers? 0-7. They are clearly struggling and just added AJ Green to their roster. Could an experienced GM fleece them?
Let them learn. If you're 0-7, you should be focused on making any deal to improve your team. If you get ripped off, you learn. The Ballers GM is an adult. The commissioner's job is not to babysit. It's to stop cheating.
So, a unanimous vote from the court queens to move to a collusion-only veto standard, putting the responsibility squarely on the commissioner.
Yes, it fixes the Powerbombers problem, it fixes the injury limbo, and it fixes the competitive vetoing. We need to be a legacy league, not a league run by petty self-interest.
Powerful words from the court queens. The evidence is overwhelming. The GM veto system must go.
I'll be talking to the commissioner this week about changing the standard to collusion only. It's the only way to save the league's integrity. Week 8. Matchup highlights. Z Tigers versus Padfoot Toes. The Tigers need to solidify their playoff spot. Notre Dame time versus King Cobras. The league leader versus the reigning champs, who are just clinging to the #7 seed. A massive game. Guardians versus Powerbombers. A huge East versus West clash between two top-tier teams.
For Tommy Douglas, I'm PG-13, and this has been RCMP Plus Fantasy Hoops. Set your lineups, and may all your trades go through instantly.